Hi, I'm Tyson Davenport. Today we'll be discussing an article called The Whistleblower, and it's about Harry Markopolos and his role in exposing the Ponzi scheme of Bernie Madoff. In our discussion, we will talk about the 7 points of whistleblowing in a book called Managing Business Ethics by Trevino and Nelson. So first of all, I want to point out that this is a case of a non-traditional whistleblower. Usually we think of whistleblowers as being someone within a business who finds fraud, brings it up to their managers or upper management, things don't go well there, and that person usually ends up out of the business, but letting the world know that the business is committing fraud and they are the whistleblower. That's how it traditionally works. In this case, Harry Markopolos was in an investment firm, and since Bernie Madoff was doing so well, getting such high returns on his investments, no matter how the market turned, Harry was assigned to try and mimic Bernie's moves to try and get good investments for his own clients. So because he is an external whistleblower, some of the 7 steps of whistleblowing may not fully apply in this case. That being said, let's get into the steps and see how things go. First step of whistleblowing is approaching your immediate manager. The article does not talk about him approaching his manager at the investment firm. Later on, he became self-employed. He was his own manager. So this is a little less applicable. The second step is discussing the issue with your family. In this case, there is no immediate risk of harm to him or his family. He's not going to lose a job by reporting on some other firm. So, because there's less risk of harm to him and his family, though I'm sure he spoke to his family, it's a less important step in these 7 steps. The next step is taking it to the next level. What Harry did is he funneled information to the SEC and kept at it. He was very persistent in funneling this information, so he took it to the next level and being persistent and making sure the information was relayed to the people in charge of regulations. The next 2 steps are a little less applicable. Contact your company's ethics officer. Being self-employed, there may not have been an ethics officer there. Next is consider going outside your chain of command. Once again, being self-employed, he is his own chain of command. This step is not very applicable. Next is go outside your company. Harry wrote a memo to the regulating powers in New York where Bernie's scheme was going on. This memo had details about Bernie's investments and how they don't seem legitimate, how they appear to be fraudulent. This memo, to me, is going outside the company and reporting to the regulating power. The final step is considering leaving the company. Harry's company by this time was a fraud-finding company. He enjoyed looking for whistleblowing opportunities, and that's how his company grew. So leaving the company is out of the question for him. His company grows on this type of problem. So in conclusion, we note that Harry discovered fraud and went after it. He was very persistent, and his persistence helped in exposing the Ponzi scheme of Bernie Madoff. Through this, he found something he enjoyed, finding whistleblowing opportunities, and he's made a career of it, and is very successful for finding fraud, but also he's asked by other lawyers and other people to try and find fraud in the businesses that they are investigating. Thank you.